Hey, Brooke, you didn't come to our family get-together again. I'm your mother-in-law. I invited you and you stood me up. Are you trying to make me look bad? I told you before I wouldn't be able to make it. I have work, so I can't go on a weekday afternoon. What do you mean, work? That's not true. It is true. You haven't quit your job yet? You promised you'd quit after marriage and become a housewife. I made no such promise. Poor Fred. His wife can't even be a proper homemaker. You should quit your job and become a stay-at-home mom. Fred and I discussed it and decided that I would keep working after we got married. He told you not to interfere, didn't he? I don't know why he takes your side over his own mother's. He's my son, and I just don't get it. Fred knows I'm busy with my work. You're always saying work, 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 work. Being his wife is what's important. Just shut up and listen to what your in-laws say. I've never heard of such a thing. Anyway, you should definitely come to the next gathering. It's not even funny that his wife won't show up. You always have a reason to get out of our gatherings. For once, you should come. Beatrice, it's not that I'm running away. Yes. That's enough of that kind of thing. Are you coming or not? Which is it? When is the gathering? If it's on a weekday, I can't go. I thought you would say that, so we're doing it in the evening, on a weekend. I'm going out of my way to appease you, so don't try to get out of it. Okay, I understand. I'll come visit you next weekend. Oh, and when you're at the gatherings, don't talk about sending me money. I don't have any reason to talk about it, so I won't. But by the way, how long will I have to send you money? Are you sure you've told your husband? Whenever I see my father-in-law, he never says anything. Are you saying I'm lying? Your husband works in the banking industry, and he's very serious about money. I just think it's weird that he never says a word to me when I'm sending him money. So, are you saying you want me to be grateful because you send money? You want your in-laws to bow down to you so you can feel superior to them, don't you? That's not what I'm saying, but... So, would you mind just not bringing it up? I've told him, okay? And as far for how long? Well, I'll think about it later. Oh well. Anyway, be sure to come to the next gathering, okay? Okay. Brooke, when are you coming to our house? You're not trying to stand me up again, are you? I was thinking of coming around 5. I told you that in advance, didn't I? Oh, okay. If you're really coming, then that's fine. Everybody's looking forward to seeing you. They want to see the face of a person who doesn't show up at family gatherings. Why do you say that? Did I do something? Because it's true. It's true that you despise our family, isn't it? But I am a very kind mother-in-law. I forgive you. Today we're having really expensive steak. So get over here as soon as you can. Okay, well then thank you for that. What? What? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you think you're going to get steak too. What do you mean? Oh, you're so clueless. You're not really one of the family, are you? It would be terrible to waste such nice steak on you. You can have vegetables. That should be enough for you. Are you serious? Completely serious. I wouldn't consider someone like you as part of the family. Forget the steak. I don't even want to feed you the vegetables. But I would feel sorry for you if you didn't have anything, so I'll let you have that. I wonder why Fred married you. Everything's perfect about him, except for his wife. Well, is that so? Then I'll stop sending money. Huh? If you say I'm not family, I have no reason to send you money. Huh? What are you talking about? You're not family to me, but to you, your in-laws are your family. Excuse me? Isn't that common sense? That's why you have an obligation to continue sending money to them. A wife who neglects her parents-in-law will go to hell. I see. I now understand how you think. I'll have to talk about it with Fred first. Okay. I know you won't change anyway, but I'm sure Fred will agree with me. I'm sure he'll tell you that you're being a bad wife by not respecting your parents-in-law. Look at this as an educational opportunity. Quit that lousy job and be a real wife. Fred, can I talk to you for a minute? I have something I want to talk to you about this evening.
You mean about having dinner at my parents' house? What's up?
I just got a text from your mother.
Mom, what is it about?
She wanted to know if you'd be there today, and to tell me that I'm not family.
What? She said that?
Yeah, she said she'd cook up some nice steaks for the whole family. But since I'm not family, I only get vegetables. Actually, she said she didn't even want to give me that.
That's terrible. Do you want to call it off?
Well, honestly, I don't think I want to go. But if I don't go now, I'll get in trouble later, won't I? It's true that I've been too busy with work to go.
But the reason you haven't been able to go is because my mom asked you to come on weekday afternoons, right? Why doesn't she understand that working people can't go at that time of day?
That's why she asked me to come on a weekend evening. I think I'll go anyway. I rarely ever show my face, so she's probably a little put off. So maybe that's why she was just joking about me not being family.
Even if it's a joke, it's not funny.
She said that you agreed with her, and that you said she should give me a hard time. She also said you weren't happy about me working. She told me to hurry up and quit my job just to be a full-time housewife.
Who does she think she is? They don't even live with us. What you do is none of her business. On top of that, if you quit, that would be a problem for Mom, wouldn't it?
So I think she's just speaking emotionally on the spur of the moment without thinking too much about what she's saying. Maybe if I show up at the house, she'll calm down.
I don't think so. But if you say so, then I guess we're going. I haven't been back there in a while either. There's something I want to check out.
Check out what?
My mom's a bit vain, isn't she? She lies to look good, and she doesn't think about the trouble she might cause other people. That's why I'm wondering if she's been telling the relatives things that aren't true. I was tortured by it a long time ago.
I know.
But if you want to leave at any point, just let me know. You don't have to try to make friends with Mom. Let's leave if it gets out of hand.
Brooke, why did you come to my house? You came to my house and left right away. And you even took Fred home with you. Are you trying to make me look bad? I didn't think you would actually only prepare me vegetables. I couldn't believe everybody was sitting around giggling while I had a big pile of vegetables on my plate. While everyone else was enjoying the fine steaks, I was the only one being treated like that. Of course, Fred would be upset about that. It's your job as a wife to calm him down, isn't it? You really are hopeless, aren't you? You're so quick to shift the blame. Why do I have to be treated like that in the first place? There's no deep meaning to it. I just don't like you. You're an inadequate wife, and you're sidestepping my masterpiece, Fred. If you were a humble wife, that would be another thing. But you just act like a big shot with your job, trying to make me look stupid. If that's the way you want to play it, then I won't even recognize you as my daughter-in-law. I don't want to be family with a thief. There's no need to be nice. Besides, it's you that never comes to the house. Which one of us is acting like we're not family? I apologize for not being able to visit you more often, but I was really just busy with work. And for that, you treated me like a stranger, and I was mocked in front of everyone. I don't want to sound too patronizing, but the money I give you is only possible because I work. Even today, I was happy that you moved the gathering to a weekend night. Just when I thought I could finally talk to my in-laws, this is how they treated me? This is what it means to repay kindness with evil. Oh, come on. You trampled on my good intentions. I only gave you vegetables because it seems like you've gained weight recently. Out of the goodness of my heart, I was trying to help you lose some weight. Even if that's the case, it's none of your business. I've had enough of this. Apparently, you're not going to change no matter what happens. Don't talk to me like it's my fault. You're the one who made fun of me first. My son married someone so terrible that they put work first before helping out the family. Skinny or fat, there's no way I could accept you as a family member. I see. Then please don't contact me anymore. And if you need anything, call your son. Oh, you're running away again. Oh well, as long as you keep sending me money. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Are you doing this on purpose? What? You haven't sent any money this month. Didn't you say it was your duty to send us money? Send the money today. If you can't do your part, I'll have you divorced from Fred. With all due respect, didn't I tell you before that the money thing was over? I never agreed to that. Why would I send money to my mother-in-law in the first place? Is there any reason? My father-in-law is a bank manager and he is well paid, right? It doesn't matter how much he is paid. You are my son's wife, so it is only natural that you should respect us, your parents-in-law, and give us money. A wife should just shut up and listen to what her mother-in-law says. Then what is the reason the amount of money I send has been going up and up? What? In the beginning, it was $200 a month. Now it's reached $1,000 a month. Do you really need that much? I told you before, we still have to pay off the loan from when we renovated the house. It's hard to get by on just my husband's salary. I've heard the reason for that, but are you sure it's only being used for the loan? What do you mean? No, it's just, since I started sending you money, you've been living pretty extravagantly, haven't you? And I don't think you've told my father-in-law about it, have you? There must be some reason that he'd be upset with you if you told him. For example, have you been spending it on ladies' nightclubs and gambling? Or maybe you're giving it to your lover? No, it's nothing like that. But you can't tell him, okay? Oh, that's too bad. Because I already have. What the heck? I told you before not to tell him. Useless woman. Which one of us is useless? You're the one who took the money to have fun while not telling your husband. I didn't use it for fun. Don't be rude. Well, just so you know, your husband kind of sensed it anyway and asked me about it. He asked me if I knew why you had been wearing so many fancy clothes lately. He also asked me to tell him if you were asking me for money. And you told him? Yes, I did, because it's true. And then he told me something that I didn't even know. He told me you never gave him any money for the loan. So where is the money going that I send you? Paying for the loan was just a lie to squeeze money out of me, wasn't it? Your husband said he had his doubts and that he would get a detective to investigate it. I think he should be getting the results just about now. I thought he was acting cold recently. It's your fault. Can you please stop blaming others? Anyway, I'm not going to be sending you any more money for your extravagant spending. You have no idea what happens when you cross me. Fine, if that's your plan, I'll go all the way. I'll make you and Fred break up. I'm going to send you to hell, so be prepared. Fred, are you already finished with work? You should break up with Brooke. That cocky wife. She'll only make you unhappy. She's my daughter-in-law and she talks back to me. She even told your father a secret of mine. It was a secret between women. Don't you think that's terrible?
That was about sending money, isn't it?
Oh no, so you knew about it too?
Of course.
Then you'll break up with Brooke, won't you?
What? If I'm going to break up with anyone, it would be you.
What? What are you talking about?
To be honest, I've been against sending money home for a long time. But Brooke's too busy with work to visit her in-laws. She wanted me to let her at least do that much for you. So I didn't stop her from sending money to you.
What?
You didn't know, did you? You mistreated Brooke and now you're calling her a stranger? This is not funny. I didn't stop it because she wanted to do it. But you lying to her and using her so you could spend the money is a different story. We will never send you any money ever again. Don't contact me again.
Oh no, Fred. How did you become so rebellious? You used to be such a good boy.
A good boy? You were just using me as a puppet.
A puppet?
Isn't it true? I was never allowed to disobey my mother. Lessons, studies, club activities. Not because it was what I wanted to do, but because it made you look good in the eyes of the world. Or because it made my mother proud to be around me. I was forced to do things that were chosen for those reasons. I was forced to do things just to satisfy my mother's self-esteem.
That's not...
Don't tell me that's not true. No matter how good my grades were, you never once praised me, no matter how good I did. You never even saw me. Am I wrong? The truth is, you just saw me as a trophy.
A trophy? Why would you say that? You're my only son, my only precious child. I gave you so much love.
Love? Really? If you really believe that, remember what you said to me once when I lost a piano competition? Do you remember what you said?
Well, let's see, what was it? Like, good job or something like that, right? I comforted you gently, didn't I?
No, what you said was, don't embarrass me, I can't show off to the neighbors. And I wasn't even allowed to eat dinner that day.
Well, let's see, what was it? You must be mistaken. The piano competition was over 10 years ago, right? You lost the competition. You were so frustrated. You just had some weird misconception about it. You probably just didn't want to eat dinner, did you?
If that's what you really think, then you're the one who's mistaken. Either you have forgotten what doesn't suit you, or you're just making up lies to cover it up. Until now, I never said anything, because, well, you're my mother. But after this, I'm really fed up with you. Brooke and I are cutting off all ties with you.
Don't be so hasty, Fred. You'll only regret it.
I won't regret it, but rather I'll feel liberated. I won't have to listen to my mother anymore.
What will the neighbors say if they find out? If word got out that my only son had to cut me off, I'd be an outcast.
Even at a time like this, you're worried about your reputation?
Oh, no. I just said that as a first reaction. That's not what I really meant.
If you said that was your first reaction, that's what you really think. I don't want to hear any more excuses. Don't ever bother me or Brooke again.
You forget the debt of gratitude for me, raising you, you disrespectful boy. Fine, you and your horrible wife can go to hell. My life is ruined because of you. You're so cocky, even for a wife. My beloved son has abandoned me. My husband is also giving me a divorce. My relatives are starting to look at me like I'm trash because of this. If you had just listened to me without complaining, this wouldn't have happened. Beatrice, are you still talking like that? Fred's feelings. You haven't conveyed anything to me, have you? What? What do you mean, Fred's feelings? You're the one who took Fred away from me. I'm sick and tired of you shifting the blame on me. Do you think I don't know anything? I know what you did to Fred. What? What does it matter? I was just educating him. There's no reason for anyone to complain. No, I will complain. You know what I think people who make fun of people's efforts? People who take advantage of them. People who try to get a free ride. I hate people like that. You wouldn't understand the emptiness of having your efforts used by others. Fred is my son. That means he is my property. He is an accessory to make me look great. You mistakenly think that your child's life belongs to you. My mother was like that. If I did well, she said, it's because of me. You should listen to your mother. If I failed, I didn't try hard enough. Don't embarrass her. I know how your mother feels. Oh, I'm sure you do. You're both the same. Have you even thought about what will happen to your children as a result? No matter what you do, you don't feel like it's in your power. You forget even the feeling of fun. It drove me crazy for a while. It took me quite a while to get over it. Is it your lack of effort? Or maybe you're just too mentally immature. That's why you'll always be a bad wife. I bet even your own parents have abandoned a girl like you, right? You're a piece of trash who is no use to your own mother or mother-in-law. Well, that's what you would say. That's enough. I've come to the conclusion. You're about to be thrown out of your own house. I suggest you get ready to move out. Huh? What do you mean? I'll be evicted? Your husband's going to leave you. You haven't forgotten, have you? Of course, one reason is because you've been blowing all the money I've sent you. And you've also been using it on young men. And then taking little love trips with the ones you like the most. And when that wasn't enough, you even went out and borrowed money. The detective's investigation brought it all to light, didn't it? I'm going to pay it back someday, I promise. And that wasn't a loan. But you don't make any excuses for spending money on young men? Because I don't think of it as spending money on young men. I just found my true love. I don't know how serious you are. But my father-in-law wouldn't just find out and keep quiet about it, would he? The house is in my father-in-law's name, right? So if you get divorced, it's a matter of course that you'll be kicked out.
Oh no. Brooke, you have to convince my husband somehow. I'm sure he'll reconsider if you tell him.
Did you forget? You said we are not a family. I don't have the kindness to go that far for a stranger. Besides, you're too much at fault in this case, and I can't very well defend you.
Oh no, what am I going to do now?
I don't know. Why don't you just look for a place to live?
At the very least, you should at least keep Fred from cutting ties with me. If my husband abandons me and my son also disowns me,
Fred's decision to cut off ties was his own, so I won't say anything. Well then, I'm going back to work. Please don't contact me again.
Please listen to me. Do something, please.
After that, my in-laws got divorced, and my mother-in-law was kicked out of the house. The young man heartlessly abandoned her when she ran out of money. So she ended up crashing at a friend's place for a few days. However, my mother-in-law, who had no intention of working and constantly complained despite being a freeloader, was quickly kicked out by her friend as well. It seems she bragged to her friends about using her son as a trophy and having an affair with a host. So even her friends thought she was strange. No one was willing to let her stay with them, so she had no choice but to move into a cheap, run-down apartment and start working part-time. Without any work experience or common sense, she's having a hard time. Meanwhile, Fred and I, now free from her, are living a peaceful life. We'll both keep working for a while and use our money for our own happiness.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.